Companies everywhere are looking for something called an AI native, someone who understands AI instinctively, someone who grew up with technology, someone who can walk into a company and somehow transform the business with ChatGPT, Claude, agents, and automation. There's only one problem. I don't think AI natives actually exist, and worse, I think companies looking for them may be solving the wrong problem. Companies are obsessed with hiring what they call AI natives. And I'm going to say something that might piss a few people off. I think the whole idea of an AI native is BS. Nobody is an AI native. Not the 22-year-old who grew up with an iPhone, not the 35-year-old who's been using ChatGPT since it launched, and certainly not me. We're all apprentices because this technology is changing so damn fast that nobody has been doing this long enough to call themselves a native. But there's a bigger problem. Companies may be hiring for AI fluency when what they desperately need is something AI still can't manufacture: judgment. I've spent a lot of time studying this, not just playing with ChatGPT. I've been building workflows, testing different models, working with agents, using Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and other systems, trying to understand what these machines can actually do. And I'll tell you something, the more I learn about AI, the less impressed I am by someone simply knowing how to use AI. Don't misunderstand me. AI is extraordinary. It can research, it can analyze thousands of words in seconds, it can write, it can summarize, it can build presentations, it can analyze competitors, it can automate repetitive work, it can start projects. In some cases, it can practically finish them. And increasingly, it can operate software and complete tasks for us. That's incredible. But then I started giving AI harder problems, business problems, sales problems, leadership problems, problems where the answer isn't sitting somewhere inside a database. And that's where things started getting interesting. AI could give me an answer, sometimes a brilliant answer, but there was something missing: judgment. It could tell me what the data said, but it couldn't always tell me what the data meant. It could analyze a customer, but it had never sat across the table from a customer who wasn't telling the truth. It could recommend a negotiation strategy, but it had never watched a $1 million deal begin slipping away and had to decide whether to push harder or shut up. It could write the email, but it couldn't feel the room. And those are two very different things. The World Economic Forum asked employers what skills matter most today. Number one, analytical thinking. Not prompting, not ChatGPT, not coding, analytical thinking. And among the other skills employers continue to value are leadership, resilience, creative thinking, curiosity, and social influence. Those aren't anti-AI skills. Those are the skills that make AI useful. And this is where I think corporate America may be making a dangerous mistake. We're starting to confuse AI fluency with business competence. LinkedIn reports that US jobs requiring AI literacy grew roughly 70% year over year. That's huge. And companies absolutely should want people who understand AI. But here's the question nobody seems to be asking. What happens when the person who knows the AI doesn't understand the business? Think about sales. Give AI 10 years of CRM data and it can identify patterns. Wonderful. But when your largest customer tells you, "Anthony, we're happy with everything," and something in their voice tells you they're about to leave, where is that in the data set? When a negotiation stalls, when two executives disagree, when politics inside the customer's organization suddenly changes the deal, when somebody has to decide whether to risk $2 million in revenue today to protect $20 million tomorrow, that's not just information, that's judgment. And judgment has a strange ingredient: consequences. Human beings develop judgment because we've made decisions and lived with what happened afterward. We've lost customers. We've hired the wrong person. We've trusted the wrong partner. We've made terrible calls. We've made great calls. We've walked into meetings confident and walked out realizing we understood absolutely nothing. And slowly, painfully, experience creates pattern recognition. AI can consume the story of those experiences, but it didn't live them. And this is why I think we need to be very careful with the phrase AI native, Sometimes there's an assumption that younger automatically means better with AI. Maybe younger professionals are more comfortable experimenting with technology. That's valuable. But familiarity with technology isn't the same thing as understanding how businesses operate. Look at the workforce. In America alone, more than 108 million people between 25 and 54 were participating in the labor force in July 2026. That is where an enormous amount of institutional knowledge, customer knowledge, leadership experience, and business judgment lives. So imagine telling that workforce, sorry, you're behind because you didn't grow up with AI. That would be insane. Because here's the opportunity nobody is talking about. Take someone with 20 years of business experience and teach them AI. Now you've got something dangerous. Because the future isn't the 23-year-old who knows AI versus the 50-year-old who knows business. That's the wrong fight. The winner is the person who combines both. Experience plus AI, judgment plus AI, customer understanding plus AI, leadership plus AI, curiosity plus AI, the person who knows when to ask the machine, and more importantly, when not to listen to it. That's the skill. And here's the irony. The World Economic Forum examined more than 2,800 individual skills and concluded that the majority currently have low or very low potential for complete substitution by generative AI. Why? Because many require judgment, human interaction, physical execution, or complex problem solving. AI is getting extraordinarily capable, but capability and accountability are not the same thing. So stop looking for the mythical AI native. There aren't any. We're all AI apprentices. The winners won't be the people who know AI the best. They'll be the people who know what to do with it. And that, my friends, comes from being human.